the subject physics is subdivided into 6 different chapters. The chapters are: number 1, motion; number 2, force; and law of motion. That means we know the Newton's laws of motion. Mainly or primarily we deal with the Newton's law of motion. Now, third part, gravitation. And the fourth one, flotation. And the fifth part goes for work, energy and power. And the sixth and the last one is sound. So there are 6 different chapters. We discuss about those 6 different chapters. Now let us discuss the first chapter, which corresponds to motion. So today's topic is motion. In this topic we will learn about different kind of motion and their implication on the particles which are moving. This branch is a small portion of the physics which is called classical mechanics. Now we deal with those bodies which are a single body movement. That means the body, either it is huge or a small object, those bodies are said to be only one or single body. The motion can be categorized by certain number of variables. That means if we require a particular particle's motion, we have to know about those quantities, which are: number 1, distance; number 2, displacement; number 3, speed; number 4, velocity; number 5, acceleration; and number 6, retardation. So those are the variables, or those are the new physical quantities which we have to know for the part motion. We have to know the displacement, distance, speed, velocity, acceleration and retardation first. Now the first topic, distance. What is a distance, or what we call a distance? Suppose a body symbolized by the point which is A. For a time interval t equal to 1 second. So for first second, or t equal to, suppose it is the starting point, that means t equal to 0 second, the body's position is this, A. Now after time t equal to 5 second, the body has position B. So the path traveled, this body which is initially is at A travels the distance A to B. That means the path traveled by the body is called distance. It is a scalar quantity. What is scalar? The new quantity is called a scalar, which only requires a magnitude but not a direction. Whether the body moves from this direction, then the original path travel is this one. So this is also a distance. That distance is different from that distance. Now if the body moves from that direction, the distance should be this. So you have to measure that distance. In which direction this body goes doesn't depend. That's why distance is called the scalar quantity. Now we have to acquire the knowledge about displacement. This is the shortest distance of a body which it can travel. That means a body can move from A to B, from this path, that path, or from that path. Now the least distance, that means the shortest distance, which one is, if we draw a straight line from A to B, then this straight line from A to B gives you the amount of displacement. That's why for the displacement we require not only magnitude but also direction. That's why displacement is called the vector quantity. So for a vector quantity we require magnitude as well as direction. So displacement is given, or displacement is subjected or defined as the shortest distance traveled by a body. That's why displacement is a vector quantity. Now the third quantity, which is called speed. For the point A to B, the body requires a certain time for attaining this position, to position. Whenever the body is at rest at A, the time is 0 second. We draw that point. And when the body moves from B, the time is t equal to 5 seconds. So there are certain time gap. What is that? The time duration for this point to point displacement or distance travel is 5 minus 0, that means 5 seconds. The body is required 5 seconds for move that position to that position. Now there is distance which is AB. Let's take it as a 10 meter. This is the distance traveled by the body, say it is 10 meter. Now if we calculate the distance traveled in 1 second, we have to calculate the rate of change of distance or displacement. So the rate of change of distance, is called the speed. As distance is a scalar quantity, that's why speed is also a scalar quantity. Now displacement is the shortest distance between the 2 points, that's why the time rate of change of displacement is called the velocity. These two are the time rate of change of the distance or the displacement. So the first quantity which is called a speed is the time rate of change of distance. As distance is a scalar quantity, that's why speed also a scalar quantity. And if we require the change in displacement with respect to time, then the term is given by the term velocity. So velocity is the time rate of change of displacement. Now the unit, there are two kind of unit system. One is called SI and another one is called CGS. In your previous classes you know about those unit system. Distance is the unit of length, so it is in meter. Displacement is also the unit of length, that's why it is in meter unit. Speed is the time rate of change of displacement, that means the distance by time, the distance unit is meter and the unit of time is second. So the unit of speed is meter per second. Similarly, the unit of velocity is meter per second. So they are the units. This is the units of distance, displacement, speed and velocity. Now if velocity changes with respect to time, first of all we have to say that distance changes with time, that gives you speed. Displacement with respect to time, that gives you velocity. Now if velocity changes further with respect to time, that means variable velocity, body moving with a variable velocity, then if that variable velocity is gradually increasing, if the velocity of the body is gradually increasing, then the gradual increase of velocity with respect to time is called acceleration. So there is important concept that velocity is either increasing or decreasing. If the velocity increases, then we have to say it is in acceleration mode. If the velocity is gradually decreases with respect to time, then it is called retardation. So it is the increase in velocity with respect to time, it is the decrease in the velocity with respect to time. So now if the velocity is the unit of velocity is meter per second, then the unit of acceleration should be meter per second square. Why it is meter per second square? Because acceleration is equal to change in velocity divided by time. Now change in velocity, that means the unit of velocity, and the unit of velocity is meter per second and the unit of time is also second. So that would give meter per second square. So that's why these 2 seconds have to come, one for the change in velocity and another is the unit of velocity. So that's why the 2 units come in the acceleration mode. Now acceleration is a vector quantity, there is no scalar quantity from that part. Velocity change is called acceleration or retardation. If velocity increases with respect to time, then we have to calculate the acceleration. If velocity decreases with respect to time, then it is called retardation. Now we have to know the graphical representation of those quantities. So let's discuss about graphical representation of those quantities.